Hello YouTube and welcome to Synthetic Oil Info. My name is Tom Brown and in this video I want to talk about one of AMSOIL's racing oils, and this one is a relatively new one in the AMSOIL lineup, and that's the Briggs Stratton 4T racing oil. A little bit of history behind this. Briggs Stratton was experiencing some pretty high failure rates with their racing engines, and they tracked it down to what they believed to be an oil problem. And so they came to AMSOIL a couple years ago and said, hey, we need help figuring out how to build a better oil that will keep our racing engines from literally tearing themselves apart. So that's kind of one of AMSOIL's specialties, is solving hard problems. And so they went to work on it and figured out pretty quickly that all they needed to do was to run a higher quality racing oil. And so they helped them blend up this product right here, the 4T racing oil. Initially, this was only available through Briggs & Stratton racing dealers, but then here about a year ago, they allowed AMSOIL dealers like myself to have full access to it. It is only available in the quart size, as I'm showing you here, and the benefits of using this, first off, you're only really going to use this if you're running these high-performance 4-cycle racing engines like the Briggs & Stratton racing engines. There are some other companies out there that make small racing engines, but Briggs is, I believe, the market leader in this. But it's formulated to reduce heat because these engines run at such an elevated RPM that they literally try to tear themselves apart, because those little engines were originally not designed to run at that RPM. And so they tend to have a lot of viscosity loss and shearing and oil foaming that takes place inside the crankcase of these engines, which just leads to more wear and catastrophic engine failure. And so what they did was come up with this special formula here to try to address those issues, and it works very well. Briggs & Stratton reported back that almost immediately they started noticing greatly reduced engine failures after they started using this oil in the engines that they were sponsoring. So it's, again, formulated to reduce the heat that takes place in these, and it builds up in these engines because these are an air-cooled engine. But it also maximizes the horsepower. You don't want to be running a really thick, heavy racing oil in there if it's going to zap your horsepower. I mean, these are racing engines. That's what you're trying to get out of them, is maximum power. So it's a really good blend of protection and, horsepower. And it also inhibits the foam buildup inside these engines that was so common with the other oils. And when foam builds up inside of that oil, then it just creates a kind of a foamy mess that does not do a good job of lubricating. Those air pockets, those air bubbles, don't lubricate, and so they're taking up space that oil should be taking up, and so it really can cause problems for your engine. The applications on these are those racing engines. One of the notes that AMSOIL has on their product literature here is that if you have been running a PAG oil, or you've been running PAG oil mixtures in your engines, and that's a special oil that people have been adding to their oils to try to address some of these problems before this oil came out, this 4T oil. They want you to make sure you get all of that PAG oil out of the engine before you operate it with this oil here. So drain out your old oil, fill it up with the 4T oil, run it for a few minutes to make sure it gets all throughout the engine, then drain that out, and then fill it up with fresh 4T oil, and then go from there. There's no recommendation on drain interval other than follow the engine manufacturer's recommendation, or whoever built your engine for you, to consult with them on how often you ought to be changing this. We realize that racers change their oil quite frequently, so we're not going to try to change your habits on that. So again, if you're in that small engine racing business and you're looking for a better oil to help your expensive small engines last longer in the racing environment, then take a look at this AMSOIL Briggs & Stratton jointly developed 4T racing oil, full synthetic for air-cooled competition engines. So I'll have a link up here a little red box that'll take you to my website, which you can link to the AMSOIL website from there to explore all the AMSOIL products, including while you're at my site, you can look at the Agran fertilizer and Ultram vitamin supplement lines. But also down below in the discussion box, there will be a tiny URL link directly to this product on the AMSOIL website, and you can read more about it there and order it right there. I appreciate your order. Thank you very much. And also down below in the discussion box, there will be a tiny URL link to the preferred customer information, so please take a look at that. Preferred customers of AMSOIL can save 20 to 25% off the retail price, and they can have those products shipped right to their house. So that's a very convenient option for you, especially if you live somewhere where there's not an AMSOIL distributor who carries a large stock, or any retail stores that carry the product. That way you can just call up AMSOIL or go online and order it, and the UPS guy will bring it right to your door 2 to 3 days later. Very convenient. So please check that out. Also, we're over on Facebook at Synthetic Oil Info. Please check us out there and like us there while you're there. And we're also obviously here on YouTube, so please subscribe to our channel here and like our videos here as well. When you subscribe to us and like our videos, it allows other people to see us, and that way we can help them solve their most challenging and difficult oil lubrication and filtration problems, just like we're hopefully helping you now. You can also contact us at our website, Minuteman Performance. It's right here on the bottom of the video. You can call us. Our number is there on the website. You can also contact us through email on there as well. So all kinds of ways to get in touch with us. Please let us help you with whatever oil filtration and lubrication challenges you may be having. And that's it for now. Please check us out on another video. We're uploading them all the time. And have a great day.